Follow along with me as I show you how we celebrate Carnival in Mérida, Mexico. So vámonos, let go. Hola amigos, me llamo Xmatkuil. Welcome to this channel. I will be taking you guys on the journey with BanginBody, getting ready for Carnival. Now here's what the BanginBody studio looks like. It's located in central of Mérida, and there's different classes that are offered here. There are different packages. For those of you who do not know, the owner, JJ, is a celebrity fitness coach or trainer, and she's well known and supported in the community in the Yucatán. And as you can see, she's literally on the cover of a magazine. So there's different types of classes that are offered here. Pilates, Afrobeat classes, line classes, boot camp, etc. So if you're in Mérida, you should definitely check it out. I love this space because it's majority women, and sometimes it can be annoying when you have to work with the opposite sex. Not that I have anything against working out with men, but sometimes it's just really nice to be among a group of women, like-minded women. So y'all already know I'm from New Orleans, and in New Orleans we celebrate Carnival, or aka Mardi Gras, that Tuesday every year. And one of my dreams was to be one of those girls that are marching in the parades and showing people what they got and being heard. And I finally got my moment in Mérida this year for Carnival with BanginBody. So I was just like really excited, and I don't know if it was everything I wanted it to be, because I actually wanted to be there dancing with the girls and getting the moves and all of that, but I kind of started learning too late, too close to Carnival. So I'm gonna try to catch them next year so I can actually live out my dream. And the girls worked so hard, y'all. Like, now that I'm reviewing the clips, I still remember some of these dance moves, and it has been like a year later, and they're actually not that hard to catch on to. But I think at the time I had a lot going on, and then after that, like, I started practicing too late. Carnival usually is in February, March, and the girls were practicing way in October. So I'm like, well, sometimes you feel like you're behind, but they actually have been practicing for several months before this actual video. So if you're planning on participating in Carnival with BanginBody next year, that also like get there early, get there beforehand. Unless you're just like a really advanced dancer and you can remember choreography really easily. Unless you're like a professional or something like that. But yeah. And I think next year I'm gonna try real hard, y'all, to learn the choreography, because it was just moving way too fast for me, and I didn't have enough time to study it. So that's pretty much why I have all of this content of BanginBody choreography, because I was like, I'm gonna go home and study it. Let me record it and then study the moves, and then like next thing you know, Carnival was like right next week, and I'm like, I don't have enough time to sit there and learn it. I haven't danced like that in some years. Like when I was a
teenager, we would do cool things to keep ourselves out of trouble in New Orleans. And one of the things that we would do with me and my cousins, we would make up dances. We would create choreography to Beyonce, and we loved it. We did it for fun, you know what I mean? And we actually was in one contest. We didn't win, lost, but you know, it's okay. You know, we learned the lesson. So I actually can relate to dance in a way. So next year, BanginBody, hold me to my word, because I'm definitely gonna be there next year.
We're gonna do this 10 times. 7 and cross. Out, right, left, pull, knee, get out. Pull up and turn, leg to the corner, head, and out. Roll, pull and roll and left and right and roll, step, push, up. And left, push on my butt, hesitation, pull it up, run 6, 7, and walk and jump, walk and up, circle, go to right, left, walk, lean and forward, right and 6, 7, and 8, push, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Now, because I didn't have enough time to learn the choreography, I ended up volunteering to march on the parade instead. My duty was to hold up a BanginBody sign and, to have high energy, smile at the people, and kind of dance and freestyle. Now, the parade was not actually in Mérida. It was in a little town outside of Mérida, and we're going to be riding the bus to get there.
Okay, turn up, girl. I'll be knocked out on this bus.
So we finally made it to where we're going to march at, and it took about an hour to get there. And once we got there, the girls were practicing. They were lined up right after other organizations or dance studios, and they were just practicing probably for 30 to 40 minutes. They were practicing, and we took pictures, we filmed, and all kind of fun stuff before the actual parade. As you heard in the last clip, I didn't want to be in the back of the parade dancing with the girls. I wanted to be in the front, and literally JJ, the fitness coach, she came and grabbed me and someone else, and we were in the front, and I was excited about that.
And one year, we were a part of a dance team in church. We were part of dance teams, and I never got around to marching in the parades like I've always wanted to do. So I got that opportunity to do it as a volunteer, and of course I'm pretty sure it's gonna work the same way next year. If you want to volunteer, you probably can do so by reaching out to BanginBody, and so that you can march in the parade too. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, it was such a great experience. I needed to have that outlet. I needed to express myself in that way, and I'm glad I realized that I needed to express myself that way, because otherwise I wouldn't have known.
typically during carnival or parades, when there's a dance group, there is a truck carrying the speaker, the dance music, right? And the truck is usually located in front of the line. Now, I'm in the front of the line holding the BanginBody signs and handing out flyers and engaging with the audience and everything else. And what happened was, when the girls were doing their turns and things like that, which required them to stop walking, they stopped. So the truck ended up like leaving us, which led us to have to run to them a few times throughout the duration of the parade. It was so hilarious and frustrating, but it was hilarious thinking about it now.
Honestly, my favorite part was seeing the women support each other, like helping each other with their clothes, helping them with their makeup, and I love that sisterhood, that femininity energy, that I love to be around that. And I even saw a few supportive boyfriends and husbands. I was there for that too. Like, I thought that was really nice. Of course, the carnival in Mérida is not the same. It's not like the carnival in Brazil or New Orleans. I'm not saying this because I was with BanginBody. I'm saying this because it was true that we were the best team out there. We did our thing. We marched for like an hour and we had fun nonetheless. All right, y'all, that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace. My first time meeting a choreographer, her name is JJ. She worked with a lot of celebrities, including Beyonce. And when I got to her first class, I understood why she's called a celebrity choreographer, because I really, it was a lot of hard work. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's a lot of hard work. And the girls, they worked so hard. And she was just doing those dances like, it was just like drinking water. And I'm like, baby, I don't know how people do this stuff, but I'm going to challenge myself to do it. You know what I'm saying? At least I tried. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Okay? So we're going to try it next year.